Today we're going to fly over to Amazon's The Boys to analyze Starlight, aka Annie January. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Jenna. I'm the creator of Geek Responsibly, where we discuss the psychology of pop culture and much more. Today we're going to fly over to Amazon's The Boys to analyze Starlight. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so that you know when a video goes live for you. Let's dive in. So who was Starlight? Annie January is a down-to-earth girl next door character who just happens to be a soup. What's a soup? It is the term for a superhero. I have not checked exactly what their superpowers all entail, but for Annie, she has glowing eyes as well as light beams that come out of her hands, at least from what I've seen. Annie has had her fair share of the limelight, being in soup pageants and other things. She's always had these powers since she was born, and she is trying to get accepted into the Seven. Think the Avengers, but on crack and really rude. Exciting news, Annie gets accepted into the Seven, and she is so elated until things get deep. What are my first impressions of Starlight? My first impressions of Starlight, I wasn't extremely impressed by her. She seemed a little naive as well as too optimistic. She seemed very perfect in the eyes of what I was raised to see someone as perfect. That goody two-shoe that always does everything and loves God and can't do anything wrong. This probably is why I didn't like her very much, because it triggered some insecurities and past traumas from myself. And that's why we're here. We talk about the psychology of pop culture. I myself can be very naive, and I strive to be perfect, unfortunately. And she seemed to emulate all of those characteristics. So essentially, I felt bad for her. Not only could we see that the Seven were just a horrible group of soups, and she wanted so badly to be a part of it, we knew that it probably would not bode well. Sure enough, once she gets accepted, she is sexually assaulted by the Deep, who we'll speak of in another episode. All she wants to do is help people. She truly believes that she is a superhero and that she can do good. Unfortunately, the Seven is just a group of immature a-holes. What were your first impressions of Starlight? Comment below. Let's get into the archetypes. This is the point of the episode where I choose an archetype from the Hungarian Archetypes to fit into our character from pop culture. I'm going to be reading the exact information that I pulled from specific sites so that you can get a better understanding of what the archetype actually is. The archetype I initially chose for Starlight is the innocent. The innocent archetype is typically naive and easily impressed by anything and everything, making them brilliant audiences for performances. So, taking a quick step back, she is just that. She is naive and she is easily impressed with what the Seven is in her mind. Going off of making them a brilliant audience for performances, that's all the Seven is just a bunch of performers trying to blow smoke up everybody's. And the innocent archetype is positive and optimistic. Literally Starlight's life slogan. The innocent's deepest desire is to realize one's sense of paradise, or in this case, purpose. I feel like Starlight is trying to join the Seven because she wants to live life and find her purpose and ultimately do good, because it probably can't be easy living a normal life when your eyes light up and you could blow people up. The fear of an innocent is breaking the rules and being punished. The strategy of an innocent to do what's morally and ethically right, which we literally see throughout the whole first season from Starlight. Her weaknesses, again, being perceived as boring or naive, which she was both. I am in season 2, so we're going to continue this by choosing another archetype. Actually, 2 more archetypes for Starlight. I believe her character development is so well done within this series that this was a very interesting character to analyze. The archetype I chose for Starlight moving into season 2 was actually the Realist and the Hero. Let's start with the Realist. The Realist wants to restore faith back into humanity. That's ultimately what her goal is from season 1. So I feel like she has some realist characteristics underlining somewhere, and I think they just get more amplified as we continue growing her character. Her slogan, everyone is created equal. In this case, I don't feel like she really sees herself as a soup. She wants to be normal. She wants to be accepted and loved, and bringing Huey into this scenario and them having a relationship, I feel is what solidified this for her. A realist's deepest desire is to build lasting connections with others. A goal is belonging to a tight-knitted community. Reason why she wanted to join the 7 in the first place. Fear is being left out or sticking out like a sore thumb. Definitely her. Her strategy is to remain grounded in values and principles, which she states quite often how she feels about her faith. Weaknesses, forging superficial relationships, being taken advantage of. Maybe I should just keep it as just the Realist, but I did want to add the Hero only for certain aspects. So I think she's very heavy into the realist characteristics of that specific archetype towards the end, or throughout. So she's kind of like a mixture of the innocent and the realist, I would say. But moving into season 2, she started to gain a little bit of hero characteristics. So, a hero. They thrive on bravado and seek every opportunity to display their formidable sense of courage. I don't think that she's trying to seek out every opportunity. I think she's starting to gain courage and confidence. The slogan for the hero is, when there's a will, there's a way. So this is the main reason why I picked to add this archetype, is she is not giving up, and she believes something so deeply that she is trying to take down Vought. And she's trying to find out a way. Deepest desire, proving one's worth through acts of bravery and courage. I think there might be a little bit of underlining, wanting to prove herself to the 7, or just humanity in general, that she's not just that down to earth goody two shoe that everybody thinks she is. A goal, mastering oneself in a way that can impact the world. Fear, being perceived as weak, vulnerable, or fearful. So this one, yes, I feel like she does seem weak and vulnerable and fearful during certain parts of the episodes. And that is a huge weakness for her. Strategy, become as strong and capable as possible. So here's where she's gaining that confidence to start sticking up for herself, as well as other individuals that she has now brought close to her, like Huey. Weaknesses, arrogance, and overestimating one's abilities. This is more Homelander, but we'll get to that. I don't think she's very arrogant and overestimating her abilities. She might be a little naive when she thinks that she can take or do things on her own and not include others. But again, characters need to have some flaws so that we can relate to them, right? Yeah. So I absolutely do love her character development, especially seeing her from season 1 and growing into season 2. She's starting to get a little bit more voice and confidence and getting more of a backbone, which I thought was really cool. there's still hope for me. When doing research, it was stated that Garth Ennis, the writer of The Boys, actually wanted to have her character be more of kind of like a pincushion. Ew. More of a punching bag for the Seven. And he actually started to fall in love with her and Huey's love story. So he started to make her a little bit more well-rounded as a character. So thank you, Garth, because she's starting to look a little bit more exciting within the series. And it gives us hope. She might actually be able to take down Vought. And honestly, she might be viewer's choice. Who is your favorite character from The Boys? Make sure to comment below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with another The Boys fan so you guys can have a heated discussion or compare. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so that you know when the next video goes live for you. Tune in next week for the next soup analysis. And always remember to geek responsibly.